Hello everyone, my name is Basti and I'm an independent trader with years of experience in the crypto markets. If you're looking for the latest information for daily chart analysis, and if you're looking for trading predictions as well as trading news, then you've come to the right place. Let's go. Good morning everybody and welcome back to my channel. Nice to see you here this morning. And let's go ahead and get started right away because there's a lot to look at. As you can see here on the 4-hour chart, we almost tried early in the morning to go back and retest the price line at 44,500 US dollars. If you've been watching my videos, you know this is a very significant line because in the past we tried several times to get past it, but unfortunately so far we've always been rejected by this. So hopefully that's not the case right now. As you can see, of course, we do have something else over here, and that is that our 200 EMA line over here, the red line at the top, has aligned itself with our price at 44,500 US dollars. So we do have that resistance there going for us, and hopefully this is not going to be one of those cases that we've already seen in the past where there's a rise in the price followed by big drops after the price goes up. As you can see here, that is one example over here, and then yet another example over here where we get rejected by our significant line, the green line that I've drawn here on the screen. Hopefully that's not the case. One thing that is different, however, this time around that hasn't happened before is that our 100 EMA line, the blue line over here, we finally had a daily close way above this line. So that is of course a good sign. It is a different situation than, for example, what we had here where we did close above it, but as you can see we got rejected and it was barely across. And here it's a very clear sign that we are above this line. And the important thing about this is that the last time that we've had a daily close above the 100 EMA line was on was all the way back over here, which is the 1st of October 2021. And so here is exactly where we also had this this crossing of this EMA lines, and we're going to be looking at this more closely. As of course, if you've seen in the thumbnail, there's already a reference to this, the thumbnail for this video. But again, this is a good sign as well. And what I like about this is if you look at this closely, yes, of course, it could be that we go back down to retest the 100 EMA line. That is, of course, a possibility. But when we look at it, when we look at the whole picture here, we can see that this we've been retesting, especially on the 4-hour chart. We retested the 50 EMA line, the 21 EMA line, the 13 EMA line, and we've used in these indicators as support constantly here on the 4-hour chart. And that's what I want to see, that there's consolidation, that the price rises a little bit, then there's another correction, and that way you can know that the rising of the price is it's going up, but it's doing it in a healthy way, like what we see here. If we go back to previous situations, this, for example, over here is not a healthy way for the price to rise. Also the same as this, also not a healthy way for the rise in the price of Bitcoin. So that's what I want to see. I want to see that the price does go up, of course, but it doesn't do it immediately. It doesn't do it so fast that there's little capital coming into the market. And of course, that is what we want to see with Bitcoin, not just now, but in the future. Now, if we go and look at over here at this other chart, we can also see that starting the last time that we see something similar to this, where the EMA lines crossed, was in the 30th of September of last year. And that's where we are at the moment. Finally, once again, we are going into the green side of the EMA line indicators. So again, for the first time in a very long time, we are switching our EMA lines into the green. And if we remain in this price area for the next couple of days, trying to consolidate here, then I'm totally okay with this, because that means that we do get to see a longer lasting signal over here, where our 21 EMA line on the daily chart is finally switching and making the cross to the green. The last time that we saw something like that, of course, again, was here. This is a comparison, for example, and you see that after that there was a nice pump in the price, just about 44%, and of course that is huge. Also over here, if we measure that, then we're looking at 54% increase in the price. And so for us, what that would mean right now, if we follow the same pattern, is we're looking at then $56,000 as the target for a move that way. If you haven't already, make sure that you do like the button, you hit the like button, sorry, so that you can support our channel. It costs nothing to you, it's completely free, but it helps us a whole lot. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell, because that's the only way that you'll be notified of the content that we publish from Monday through Friday. So we really appreciate your support, and we want your support. Now for the fear and greed index, we have 47 points today. That is 7-point increase from yesterday's 40. One could say, of course, not a whole lot has changed in the last couple of days, but we are very close to the 50 points, which of course is similar to this other area here, where we saw that at $45,000 we had a big drop in the price. So we have to be watching out for that. Regarding the news, Russia is now accepting Bitcoin for their oil and gas exports, as accepting it as payment. They announced that they have two strategies: is they accept either the rubles or they accept Bitcoin. Of course, they're trying to stabilize their currency, because of course at the moment it's completely destroyed, one can say. So it's a smart move on their end that they want to stabilize it. And then again, they are starting to use Bitcoin as a form of payment, which of course in situations like when the market goes up, that means for them they also get to make some profit there. So whatever you think of them, but this is something that they are starting to do again, and that was part of the push that we saw in Bitcoin's price over the last couple of hours. So as far as news, if there's something that you want me to have a look, then let me know in the comments below and we can have a better look. Now for Ethereum, finally we are staying above our $3,000 price line, as you can see here. And so as you can see here, we are above our 100 EMA line as well. And we are about to test, or we have already actually tested, the 200 EMA line. If we manage to have a daily close above our 200 EMA line, then and we're talking about then 2,114 or 40, sorry, dollars. That would be the target to get above. Then the last time that we had a daily close above our 200 EMA line was over here on July of last year, the 11th of July. So that means it has been a very long time since we saw something like that. And if we do manage it, then of course that is good news for Ethereum. However, remember that you do have a lot of resistance. As you can see over here, we have a red line of resistance. We also have our downtrend resistance line. And we'll be interested to see if this line indeed is strong enough to reject the price again and bring us back down to $3,000. One thing to mention, of course, is that the $3,000 price line was not only a lot of resistance, but it's also very good support for Ethereum. So if that happens, of course, this might be an entry point that you might consider. So anyway, here, let's have keep our eyes on the lookout and see what happens. And now if we go and look at the Bitcoin dominance over here, we can see that of course we remain over here at 42 points. In other words, at the moment we are relatively stable here in this percentage point, and I don't think that we're going to see a big drop in the dominance in the near future for the altcoins to have their season. I mentioned this, of course, in the past. Right now, when Bitcoin falls, then the altcoins fall even harder. And when Bitcoin rises, the altcoins rise, but not so well. There has been some exceptions, of course, like, for example, Ripple, Cardano, Solana in the last couple of days have performed relatively well compared to Bitcoin. But again, it is not an altcoin season yet. So for today, you can see in the smaller time frames, 15 minutes here, we have been rejected by our EMA line, and even on the 1 hour chart you also see that there has been at least some brief rejection here. Important, of course, is these EMA lines have to hold their price. That's the basic principle here that I want to leave you with. And as you can see, for our Telegram group, we finally made it above our 10,000 members. So if you join, the community, again, is completely free. I'm always posting relevant, good information that's pertinent to Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. And this is whatever doesn't come into the video, then that's what I post in here. I even have, for example, I made this announcement or this update here where I showed the double top in the price a couple of days ago. That's exactly what we saw. Later that day, we formed a double price that brought the price back down, but as you can see, the price then after that was climbing. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please like the video, share it, and thank you so much again. My name is Basti. Bye bye.